WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Starward, not that rare, X Lagavulin. So, Starward, single malt. I'm going to just read the box here. It says here, single malt Australian whiskey aged in red wine barrels, finished in peated Scotch whiskey barrels in cooperation with Lagavulin. Now, this is an 18-month collaboration, or at least an 18-month finish here in Australia with Lagavulin Casks. I think that's kind of cool. We have 48%. According to Whiskybase, there's 2,000 bottles of the 2023 release here. If I go to starward.com.au, it's still available. Ooh. Over here in Germany, I'm going to pay about 115 euros. In Australia, this is 185 Australian dollars. That's a lot of money, actually, in my opinion, it is, according to the press release, a 6-year-old product. So basically 4.5 years in red wine and a following up of finish of 18 months in Lagavulin casks. Now, when I heard this, it's like, wait a second, I have a bottle here of something from Starward. It's called Starward X Unexpeated. Unexpeated. And this was actually bottled in 2021, and they used finished in Islay peated whiskey barrels. Look at the colors. We're kind of similar, aren't we? I mean, hey, and this was the project. Project is basically the master collection, master Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. Yeah, this is where they can experiment. And I think projects are absolutely cool, needed, and welcomed. So what they did here is there's no age or no finish duration on here. I'm going to guess they used 3 months, 6 months. This is 18 months. This is much, much more. So the price of this, and it's still available in Germany, is about 75 euros. This is Whiskybase number 189416, and you can get this for, 79 euros, 75 pounds, 48%, 48%. So this is 4 years of age. This is 6 years of age. This is Whiskybase number 242429. Sounds like a telephone number. All right, so both of these products from the same distillery in Melbourne. 2021, 2023 bottled. On the nose, very similar. This is fruitier, which means this has more cask influence. There's a little bit more of that peat moment going on in there. Now what happens is if you take a barrel, you put peated whiskey in it, that charcoal filtration of the char is going to absorb those phenols. And that's just that taste profile that you get of smokiness. There are 7 different type of phenols we can have in whiskey. It could be 6. I don't know. I did a chemistry lesson on it. I'm reading a book. I forgot. And there are different things that taste like different. And so you have more of the medicine, more of the ashtray, more of the wood smoke moment, more of the bonfire, and more of the smoked ham moment. You have different phenol that do different things there. And that's captured in that char. And you ship that barrel over. Maybe you put it in an airplane. I don't know. 2,000 bottles would be 10 casks. At 48%, I don't know. It might be actually 9 or 8. Who knows? And I would send over a container, put that in there, and just give it to Melbourne. Use that there and fill them to the brim, and just see what happens after 18 months. I feel that they did the experiment, and there was people went, okay, I want more cask finish. And so what happens is after you put in a non-peated whiskey, the active charcoal actually releases those phenols into the whiskey. Just like a port barrel does. It soaks up the port, and as soon as you fill it up with something else, especially higher proof, it releases it. And that's the question that I have a little bit. Often we do a bourbon barrel 62.5%. We do Scotch at 63.5%. So it's a higher proof. Not much, but a higher proof, and you can get in that wood a little bit more. Are they doing that as well? I mean, Lagavulin goes in the cask. I think the cask strength is 62.5. I think they are 63.5. I'm pretty sure the Starward also goes in the barrel at 63.5. I don't know. All right, let's try these. If you like, okay, before I try this, I think this is a wonderful marketing ploy gimmick. All right, you have a few people out there that love Lagavulin that have never tried Starward and would like, hey, I like everything Lagavulin. I'm going to buy me a bottle of Starward and try that because I know the flavor profile of Lagavulin. It's been my continuous accompany drink here for the last 10 years or longer. I'll try something new with a Australian whiskey that I've never heard of before. And now some people like the Starward and like, hey guys, I love your red wine, I love your unpeated whiskey, but I want something peated. I'm willing to give $100+ for something, $180+ Australian dollars for something peated. But you don't make peated whiskey. Do something so I can finally enjoy your whiskeys. They're like, we have a solution. Ta-da! Starward plus Lagavulin. And it works. So, and I think they've actually benefited both from each other. Now the last thing is why Lagavulin? Lagavulin belongs to Diageo. Starward belongs to the investment profile or portfolio of Diageo's venture capital. And so, ta-da, a match made in heaven, at least from Diageo's point of view. Why buy something from someone when you can get something internally for free? That's a good one. All right. This is the further development. I prefer this because it has much less peat. I'm not a peat head. Cheers. For 6 years, this is still hot. For Australian 6 years, it's still hot. There's a white pepper. There's a bonfire, and there's a little bit of an ashiness that goes on in the end. This, for me at least, the Lagavulin is a cold smoke peat. It does fit fairly well with the wine notes. Many of my friends that love peated whiskey say peat and red wine go together just perfectly, and I must admit that is a good match. Is it going to be my favorite? No. But this is a C to C minus for me because I don't like peat. If I love peat, this will be probably a B minus. Now, value for money, Diageo, Starward, you're getting greedy. We both know that. Everyone watching knows that. Diageo and Starward, you should have said 99 euros. There's a magical 100 euro mark. And if I look through the comments and I look at other reviews, every single person mentions, but it's just too expensive. I tried this at a whiskey fair. I did not buy the bottle even though I enjoyed it because it was too expensive. I had a sample. I'm not going to buy the bottle because it's just way too expensive. And it just goes on and on and on. Every single person says, but this is a good whiskey, but it's just above my budget. It's outside of the range of my budget. And everyone writes that. You had a 79 euro whiskey. Why didn't you just go up 20 to 99? Okay, I don't have a box. I have a box. Yay. It's limited edition. It's limited edition, 2,000 bottles. Yeah. You missed a good opportunity. Starward to have a very, very nice product on the market at a high price but reasonable price. Instead, you just went over the top. It's just 20 euros, I know, but still you went over the top. And that's 20% more than what you should have asked for it. All right, here the unexpeated. A friend of mine loves this whiskey. The white pepper heat at the end is still there. Now it does have for me more than enough of the peat reek, the peat moment going on in here. But I'm sure almost everyone that tried that loves Lagavulin was like, we want more power, more peat, more smoke, more. And it's just a shame. 48%. A good development, but just a little bit over the top with the price. What can I say? Value for money, for me, in my book, a D. All right. So this is more of a C minus in my book for a value for money. Now this is 80 euros, which is with 4 years, 20 euros per year. This is 6 years. We're writing almost 120 euros. Oh, looky there. It's still the 20 euros per year. If they bring out an 8-year-old, will I have to pay 160 euros? I sure hope not. So please, Starward, adjust your pricing strategy a little bit to adapt to the markets of today, and don't overshoot it. There's still a lot of this whiskey here in Germany available due to the high price. All right, my next question that I have for you as a viewer, we have second-hand peat smoke. This was from a Islay cask. This was from a Lagavulin cask. Other people have used Lafroy quarter casks to give their unpeated whiskey that peaty type of moment. 1, are you a fan of that? 2, who's doing it well? I'm not a fan of it, but I do think Starward is doing it very well. Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing, telling others, and sharing, and I hope to see you back here real soon. And let's see what whiskey I have on the table here that might be for you unattainium, because it's Germany only, because it's 2,000 bottles, because it's just one of those things. Sorry that I've been doing this for many years now, but those are the products I like to review. All the best, Whiskey Jason. Bye-bye.